Everything you've been taught about building your life is backwards. And I'm about to prove it to you in the next few minutes. What I'm going to share isn't some motivational fluff. It's a fundamental truth that once you truly grasp it, it'll change how you see every relationship, every decision, and every day of your life. But here's the thing. Most people will watch this and forget it by tomorrow. Don't be most people. Value bomb number 1, the revelation. Here's what nobody tells you. You are not your thoughts. Right now, you're thinking. You're processing what I'm saying. But here's a game changer. If you can observe your thoughts, if you can watch them come and go like clouds in the sky, then who is doing the watching? That's the real you, the observer, the consciousness behind the noise. Your entire life, you've been identifying with the voice in your head, the one that worries, doubts, plans, and criticizes. But that voice isn't you. It's just a tool. And when you realize this, everything changes.
Value bomb number 2, the problem. Because when you think you are your thoughts, you become their prisoner. That voice tells you you're not good enough. You believe it. It tells you to fear rejection. You avoid risk. It replays past failures on repeat. You stay stuck. Think about it. How many times have you been in a conversation, and while the other person is talking, that voice in your head is already preparing your response? You're not even present. You're living in a simulation created by your own mind. And the scariest part? Most people go their entire lives never realizing they have a choice. Value bomb number 3, the science. Neuroscience backs this up. Research shows that your brain generates between 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts per day. And here's the kicker. 95% of those thoughts are the same as yesterday. You're literally running the same mental program day after day, year after year, and wondering why your life isn't changing. But when you step back and observe those thoughts, instead of identifying with them, you activate a different part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex. This is where real decision-making happens. This is where change becomes possible. Story element plus value bomb number 4. Let me tell you about Sarah. High achiever, successful career. From the outside, she had it all. But inside, she was drowning. Every achievement felt empty. Every success was followed by, what's next? She was exhausted, anxious, and couldn't figure out why nothing felt like enough. Then, she discovered what I'm sharing with you now. She realized she had been living her entire life through a filter of constant judgment, of herself, of others, of every situation. That voice in her head was never satisfied, because that's its job. The ego's job is to seek, to want, to never be content. Value bomb number 5, the shift. When Sarah learned to observe that voice, instead of being controlled by it, something remarkable happened. She could be in a stressful meeting and notice the anxiety arising without becoming it. She could feel the impulse to check her phone every 5 minutes and choose not to. She could hear the self-criticism and let it pass like background noise. For the first time in her life, she had space to choose, space to breathe, space to actually live. And this is available to you right now. Not someday, not after you fix everything, right now. Value bomb number 6, the practical application. Here's how you start. Practice number 1, the gap. Throughout your day, create tiny gaps of awareness. Stop for just 10 seconds. Notice your breathing. Notice the sounds around you. This trains your brain to separate from the thought stream. Practice number 2, name it. When a strong emotion or thought arises, simply label it. There's anxiety. There's judgment. There's that fear thought again. This simple act creates distance. Value bomb number 7, the freedom. Because here's what happens when you consistently practice this. Your relationships transform. You stop reacting defensively because you're not taking everything personally. You can hear criticism without your ego collapsing. Your decisions improve. You're no longer choosing from fear or ego. You're responding from a place of clarity. Your happiness stops being conditional. You're not waiting for the next achievement, relationship, or purchase to finally feel okay. You realize that peace was always here, underneath the noise. Addressing resistance and value bomb number 8. Now, your mind might be saying, this sounds nice, but it's not practical. I have real problems, real stress. That voice, that's exactly what we're talking about. Notice it. That's the ego trying to maintain control. And yes, you have real challenges, but ask yourself this. Has identifying with every stressful thought made those challenges easier? Or has it just added mental suffering on top of the actual situation? There's a massive difference between experiencing pain and creating suffering. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional.
Value bomb number 9, the deeper truth. Here's what changes when you truly embody this understanding. You stop living in the past and future, because guilt lives in the past. Anxiety lives in the future. Peace lives in the present moment. And the present moment is the only place where life actually happens. Think about it. When you're worrying about tomorrow, are you actually in tomorrow? No. You're in now, creating a mental simulation of tomorrow. You're using your present moment to create suffering about something that doesn't exist yet. Value bomb number 10, the ripple effect. And when you change your relationship with your thoughts, you change your relationship with everything. Your work becomes less about proving yourself and more about genuine contribution. Your relationships become less about need and more about authentic connection. Your goals become less about filling a void and more about expressing who you are. You stop seeking validation because you're no longer identified with the voice that feels inadequate. You stop fearing failure because you're not your thoughts about failure. You stop postponing happiness because you realize it was never somewhere else to begin with. The challenge. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 24 hours, practice this. Set reminders on your phone every few hours with just one word, observer. When it goes off, pause. Notice what you were just thinking. Notice the quality of those thoughts. And recognize that you, the awareness noticing, are not those thoughts. That's it. That's the practice. Sounds simple, right? But here's the truth. Simple doesn't mean easy. Your ego will resist this because it threatens its dominance. Your mind will tell you you're too busy. You'll forget. You'll make excuses. The bigger picture and value bomb number 11. And that's exactly why most people stay stuck. They intellectually understand these concepts, but never actually practice them. They watch videos, read books, collect information, but nothing changes because knowledge without application is just entertainment. Don't let this be another piece of content you consume and forget. Because here's what I know. 6 months from now, you'll arrive at that date no matter what. The only question is, will you arrive as a prisoner of your thoughts or as a conscious observer of your life? The close. Look, I get it. This is a radically different way of seeing yourself in your life. But here's the beautiful part. You don't have to take my word for it. This is completely verifiable in your own experience. Try it, test it, see what happens when you create space between you and your thoughts. Because when you truly understand that you are not your thoughts, you are the awareness behind them, you realize something profound. You've been free this entire time. You just didn't know it. And now you do. So what are you going to do with that knowledge? End screen. Try the 24-hour observer challenge and comment below what you notice. Your awareness might just change someone else's life too.